Let's go, let's go. 5-minute chess, 1300. See if we can gain another 100 here. Trying to play attacking chess. Trying not to trade queens. Trying to castle on the opposite side. But once I have an advantage or maybe some type of successful attack, I'm not just going to keep barreling my head into the wall trying to mate. That's not always necessary. Sometimes you got to cash in and go from there. Okay, let's start with e4. b6. I play this opening as well. Okay, so basically when I see g6, immediately just, start with h4, and kind of like that after h4, knight f6, we have this followed by h5. So anytime that I can successfully play e5, for example here, I can already win the knight. So, I mean, it was a big success already, this position. But yeah, the reason he played knight here was he didn't want to go anywhere else and allow h5. So, I mean, just like that, we already won a piece. And if we want to, we can still go for h5 stuff. He might want to take this, I suppose. And I guess c3, bishop e3 are kind of ways to deal with it. I kind of want to put my knight here, so maybe I'm going to go like this. MSXYR, what's up, my friend? c5. I like that move, I can't lie. My instinct is going to be to take it and play knight d2. Just as a quick solution. My knight's protected. Got 2 pieces for the rook. For example, here, I already get the exchange back. But I'm not even sure that that's the best that we can do. Obviously this is great. He should go f6. I think this is not bad to start with. h5 next. But I'm not really planning to necessarily just take. I'm probably going to go h5. He's got no pieces. He's got 1 bishop. And I admit this is an annoying diagonal. But yeah, instead of taking here, let's play h5. Try to get a little bit more than just some material. Takes. Okay, let's take back. Now he's got no pieces developed. And for me, is it uncomfortable to have my other knight go from d2 to f3? Not really, right? I'm trying to get something going here. Okay, he goes here. I think it's time to take, right? I wish we had something brilliant here. We have knight g5 check, but it doesn't do all that much. I think we just need to involve the queen in the game, and things will end shortly after. So, as tempting as it is to use like the rook, like I'm just gonna go here, and I feel like the guy's kind of dead. Yeah, especially after that. And should be made in here. We can, of course, choose the most satisfying checkmate. There we go. Hello to the coffee merchant with 5-minute games. We're just above 1300. Okie dokie. I'm going with the Sicilian. Kind of waiting to see if we're going to enter a reading range where people don't exactly play like that. Ooh, here's a good sign. I think I'm probably going to play d5 at this point. Might play e5. But if he takes, then we can do that. Yeah, so he's going to play this. Kind of have to let that move happen. I think, how else can we generate an attack? Let's go here to start. Probably go for like g5, g4 here. Okay, that's very helpful for exactly what I just said. Okay, here, and maybe queen b6. Didn't really need to go to c7. Could have gone b6 even here, but queen b6 next will still be good. We should be able to win something here. Knight takes, drops the bishop. Knight takes, and let's take this one. Queen check, remember, we can just slide right back. This one, oh man. Do we take the greedy approach? It's so greedy. And I'm so gonna do it. Check here. I'm also hitting this bishop, so even knight f3. Yeah, there's knight takes here. Technically the king moves though, and I'm not... I lose the knight. I think this is a great example of don't mess around, go for the trades. Because knight e2 here, the king doesn't really have, or sorry, the queen doesn't really have squares to go to. So this is going to be a great suggestion because after this, well, we're just, you know, we've got those two pawns. Plus, he's not even going to do it. He's going to go here. There's this, lots of moves. He wants to take like that. Knight b5 actually does look safe. Knight here, rook takes, bishop c7, who knows. Somehow this weirdly looks like one of the safest options. I'm up a piece here. Remember in the French, like it looked like such an unassailable pawn chain starting at b2, and the only thing left of that pawn chain is the pawn on b2. Where does our queen go? Back here somewhere. Only got a couple squares we can go to, so kind of limited options here. Got an extra piece, so I feel like we have to be comfortable. Knight e5. Holy heck. We got a couple pawns as well, that's right. Can't forget about those. Let's just attack this knight again. Here. I feel like I kind of like this in case my king needs to run. Yeah, I need to attack this somehow. Losing your mind. I'm gonna choose this one. So hitting the knight, I was thinking like, guess he can go rook there, but then maybe we bring this back. At f3, is it finally time to get castled? He needs to move right now, sadly. I don't think he has one. So he actually should have gone for this, like, on the previous turn. Even here, would have been a little higher energy. I would have taken the knight, but you know what I mean. I also can't take this because that's with check. So he's going to get a queen trade offer from me. I'm hitting everything in the position, and now I'm hitting both rooks. We're going to end up a rook and some pawns here. In the end, what did we attack? We kind of attacked his center this game. Not much else. Okay, bring this bishop back. Just taking the open file. If he takes, like, we can just take with the rook even. Yeah, so we'll save the bishop, and then because I have a light square bishop, you'll notice the next couple moves are going to be really nice. Dark square pawns. This bishop is going to come to life. E4 is a threat. A5 and E4 wins another piece here. Let's see. Yep, that's our E4 waiting for us there. He actually had some good pressure on me earlier, but it was at the cost of a couple pawns and a piece, so probably not worth it, objectively. Of course, we want to trade. And my favorite way to win, if you're up material and you've got your rook behind a pass pawn, just push it all the way up the board. The only way that he's going to be able to stop it is by eventually taking it, which benefits you. So let's bait him in like that. And then we can mate him with a nice pattern there. The only reason I'm going to choose not to use knight d6 is because this pattern is just good to know. It's a nice, nice mating pattern. I'll take it. Yeah, knight d4, I mean, it hangs the d2 knight. Plus, maybe I can still go queen d3, so... I'm not sure knight d4 was necessarily the end of the game, but certainly maybe a more challenging move than what he did. Although even what he did, getting the knight d5 was fine, but he needed to go rook c3 or rook b3. He never actually made a clear threat until I was ready to castle, and then it didn't matter anyway, sadly. But he could have put together a pretty nice assault there. He was a little bit more frisky, confident in his attack. Yeah, he played well. Going to the next game, I feel like I'm going to stick with this. Okay, so we got c3. Might be tough to kind of get an attack going here, but we'll see what he does. He goes c4. I'm going to go here. Trying to clamp on that square. Let's go d6. All about this square. Because that knight's probably not going to move, I'm going to put my bishop here. Yeah, I know it looks funny, but the bishop's going here, so it's not blocking anything. That square's covered, and that square's covered. And that square's covered, so we can't even put the bishop there to threaten it. A4, kind of threatening nothing. Develop. Yeah, still waiting to see what he wants to do here. Okay, let's go forward. I'll play the very risky f6. Looks like fun. Just don't have a lot of faith in what he's doing. Okay, after this move, I feel like I want to kick this knight out. He's kind of eyeballing g6. So now I want to get in here. G5, G4, getting a good attack going here. Okay, he's threatening this. Let's castle. Hanging, but I think we can survive. Let's go for the send. Definitely annoying to lose my knight. It's just such a strong attacking piece, but taking here and taking that pawn somehow didn't look satisfying enough. Okay, we got him enticed to take that. Now, why did we want this again? Handing over the G-pawn, kind of take it if you want to. All right, so we've got a G file to work with here. My knight is also staying on the board, which I love. I feel like this is a pretty good way to go. Takes. I've got this rook coming over here. This looks like a really tough attack to stop, so I'm just gonna kind of hand it over to him and say, good luck. All my pieces are getting developed here, so. This is not a situation where I've got everything calculated. No, this is just, hey, I've got a great knight in the center of the board. Things look like they're flowing. Knight here, he might think he's got this. So maybe what we could do is just, maybe we could blunder that or something. Like just, oops, you know. A little oopsie daisy. Damn, I missed. Yeah. Didn't know I'd be swinging over from H6, did you, pal? Ouch. Rook takes G2. Ooh, not even bishop d5. Man. It's going to be a combination of how many things can my opponent hang here? You know, this is going to be hanging. Let's get the rook hanging. Let's get more pieces hanging here. What I'm seeing is not good enough. We want to get all the pieces hanging. Rook f4, rook b2. Let's get more pieces hanging. Good game. We got a nice attack in the end. But people are finally starting to play more reasonable Sicilians, like actual Sicilians. Most people just put the bishop there. So I might try a few different openings going forward. E4 though, can't change that one. E4 is just so reliable. We don't always need to play D4. I feel like, you know, D4 is it just hasn't really failed yet. Like, it's always gotten me like a very aggressive position. So I'm just curious to see how long, you know, we can kind of ride this one out, because there are other openings to play, but the Scotch has just been pretty like simple. Like, haven't really had to think twice. Maybe bishop c5 for me. Okay, goes here. I know it's weird to pin myself, but his knights can't really attack that, so I feel like we might go here, give this one up, bishop d3, long castle. I like the look of this. Okay, yeah, we can take this, but I actually want a castle, so I don't want to open a line on my king there. H4 is going to happen for sure, but first things first, f3. Not only does it guard the center, it stops knight g4. I hate knight g4. So annoying. c5, another terrible move. People love to play this, though, in the Scotch. You have something on d4, they just want to attack it. Not thinking that, oh, knight b5 literally just wins a pawn, right? Like, you're not achieving that much there. I'm gonna start taking this pawn. People are blundering it all the time. Normally, I've been like going back or just not being super aggro, but yeah, if you're gonna keep hanging that pawn, I gotta take it at some point. H4, H5 is gonna be pretty strong too. It's true, Tim. I really have, like, this series, a lot of people playing c5 and blundering like knight b5, or I've had like bishop f4, queen d2, rook d1, and just not taking that pawn, but like, at some point, you know? At some point. So I would like to go for an attack here. Meaning, instead of grabbing it just a second, I'm going to start with h4. Bishop e6 just loses the queen, which is kind of cute. That doesn't quite lose the queen because of this, but you guys know me. I'm going to start with knight c7 to hit the rook, and then I'm going to do it. Not only do we win the rook on d8, but we win the queen in front of it. If he didn't blunder so much material here, the move h5 was really going to lead to a nice attack for us as well. There's something that's really nice about the Scotch. It's just that it gets your queen out so early, so it makes long castling so accessible. And we all know everybody castles short, so by doing that, I get a pretty nice long castle, like opposite sides castling position from my opponent, which always pays off, which is the whole point of the series. I don't think there's any genius we're missing here. Yeah. Keep it simple. Let's take here. Knight takes, loses. Rook takes, knight takes, loses. Rook takes, bishop can't move anywhere, so kind of getting set for queen d8 almost no matter what. There's no bishop move, there's no rook move, and there's no knight move. So, put all that together. What do you got? 98 looks like would have a nice forced checkmate idea. Jack and mate. Queen covers f8, so quite useful. And good game. Scotch. Like, I can't stop playing it because it just works so goddamn well. You wouldn't be able to stop if you had a well-oiled machine like this, like the Scotch. No, it's just, yeah, it's been working way too well. Makes for easy long castling. All right, d4. Oops. Kind of wanted to go here. A lot of people play the London, and I want to play this f6 line, but it's all right. Oh, he goes here. Perfect. Perfect. You already know, baby. Oh, take me even better. Even better. Yeah, so I think we can do this. Because even if at this point he tries to like castle this way, my bishop will be so strong that it'll kind of be his own funeral. Yeah, let's go here. Okay, it's kind of a good move just because it's the bishop off the diagonal. I'm gonna go here. Don't want to trade just yet. He might castle this way, but I want to wait for him to do it first before I go all out. So again, he might just want to castle this way to keep the pieces kind of like all on the same side. Let's just go b6. Pretty nice to dominate that knight there. King over, maybe bishop here. Feels like this. a5 is definitely an idea. I feel like shutting it down with the move a5 myself, although it's not the end of the world, but waiting for him to castle. Dude's just not castling. Come on, man. Come on, man. Bishop h6 to g5. Okay, now he castles. That's what I like to see. Immediate bishop e7. Because here's my problem. I've got this dude that I just can't remove. So we have to be doing this. It's the only way. We need to get rid of that knight. So knight back. e4 looks tempting. Does drop this with knight f4 coming. So yeah, we're just gonna probably go for this or this. Let's have a look. Let's do this. Rook sliding over. It's looking like a nice attack. Pretty good reaction by him. So h3 doesn't trap the knight. Can't lie. I can't lie. Knight takes next. Okay, what can we set up here? I mean, rook over will just always have a pretty good feeling to it. You can take the bishop. I'm happy to take back. Remember, this bishop is not doing that much right now, so it's like, please take me. Right. What is the breakthrough? He's relatively solid. c5 to kick the knight away is quite tempting, but knight b5, and I don't actually know what the next idea is there. Trying to make some threats. Hit a couple pawns here. It occurred to me that when I move this, queen a6 is all of a sudden going to happen. In the meantime, how can I even make a threat here? Dude's concocted this, like, unassailable position. What the hell? Looks so good, but also looks so bad. Remember, this move runs into that. Let's not forget here. I'm gonna move my king, I think. I don't really like being in the scope of queen a6. Yeah, I want to go here, but it doesn't actually work, I think. This pawn's undefended there. Got two rooks here, but I'm not sure what to do. Like, my queen isn't over there. And this is so slow. Like, what can I do? Not sure how to make a threat here. A good one, at least. I'm gonna go here. Feels like we should be doing so well, but the knights are just so goddamn annoying. They're sitting there and I just can't evict them. And if I can't get, like, I can't open this bishop or anything. This bishop's not doing anything. Okay. Oh my god, I didn't even take with check. I'm trolling. The guy's in my head. Because bishop e3, like, I don't know, he might get mated somewhere there. This, of course, like, still quite tough. This, yeah, let's do this one, because I kind of want him to take that. Okay. So, yeah, we get to take this check here. Now, how winning is this? Surely, rook takes h2. The bells and whistles are going off here. No? Nothing? I have to be careful, although he's got no checks over there. Man, it feels so working. Yeah, I think knight g4 might be it. Let's give it a go. This is mate, right? So, bishop takes knight. Then I was probably going to throw queen takes g3 in. And remember, there's no checks for him here. That bishop's actually guarding. Kind of the hero piece. And, yeah. He's a little too excited to take my queen there. Poor guy. Okay. D6. I guess, okay, I guess I'll take the center. I gotta go for this. This looks like some theory. That was a weird move. The theme is attacking, but I'm winning so much material. I was about to launch h4, h5, but people are kind of hanging material too quick for me. Let's definitely go here. It's a useful move, gain some time. It's hard not to play bishop e7. I kind of have to. Bishop c6 is coming as well. And maybe we can still just go h4, h5. Even though we won an extra rook in the process, I feel like it doesn't really change that much. I'm still going for it. I have to deal with that. Yeah. Stop rook d3. Oh, he goes to h5. No, my attack. My beautiful attack. I just need a few more prep moves, and then we can we'll be really comfortable. Yeah, f5 drops e5. I mean, of course, it'll crash through, but I don't want to open the center when he's got pieces barreling down on me here. And yeah, I feel like it'd be a little hasty. So it's not that that's the wrong attacking idea. That's definitely what I want to do. But I want to do it once I feel a little safer. And for the most part, that goes against the principle, you know? I don't want to go too crazy. Like, I don't mind attacking, but if I'm up a rook, yeah, I'll attack if the position calls for it. But I'm not going to go out of my way to create a crazy position. Like g4 is exactly like the type of attacking move. Takes, queen e4 check. And I'm like, man, why am I dealing with this nonsense? I shouldn't be like going for crazy things. I'm up a whole rook. I should just be trading and winning. There we go. Got a nice win there. He's got to move his queen. And then, yeah, we take, of course. Pretty nice, but making sure not to go crazy here. I was ready to play h4, h5, but he just hung a rook, so take that, move on. Take it and move on. e4. Let's try e5. Bishop c4. Played against this a few times. Okay. Just confuse him. First step, confuse him. Might go here? No. We want him to take jack. That'd be nice. But yeah, we're definitely gonna get a nice attacking position here. Potentially at the cost of some material, but we should be okay. Yeah, so I actually want this block, castle. Like, I'm way ahead in development here, so that's kind of what I'm banking on. We can do this. The thing about if you're sacking a bishop and going for this mate, the nice thing is pretty much all the time, if you can play bishop h2 and then knight g4, right? If they don't take it, you can pretty much still do the same thing. So I think that's what I'm going to try to do here. Just, it's as if he's taking it, like same idea. Okay, I'm probably gonna, yeah, just go all in here. No more opposite side castling. It's a weird thing to say. So you're looking at a game where we're castled on the same side, and so your assumption is that we're never castling on the opposite side again. You got me. That's right. That's exactly it. Okay. Over here. Queen d5 is nice to just get rid of this pawn. I kind of like this. Yeah, the thing about attacking is it doesn't have to always be on the opposite side. What I'm trying to avoid in this series is I'm trying to avoid this like brain dead thought process of like the queens have to be on to attack. Even if I'm up material, I should attack, and I must castle on the opposite side. I am trying to do all of those things, but not to the detriment of my position. So if you're telling me in this spot that you would play queen e7 and long castle, you're a fool. You can still short castle and have a fantastic attack 2 moves later, right? So it's not like it needs to happen, but of course, opposite side castling positions lend themselves to like a fun double-edged pawn storm game. So of course I'm making an effort in that department, but it's not like it's a requirement here. Definitely not going to pass up a good attack just to like long castle and fulfill some sort of OCD. We want to make sure we're still getting attacks. It's tempting. We'll probably just... This is checkmate, so he kind of has to take with that pawn, but then takes, and bishop h3 will also lead to mate. So. GG. GG. Yeah, that was a pretty convincing win. Yeah, it's just queen h5 is... Queen takes d5 looked like a tremendous move. I decided to go, quote-unquote, all in with this one. But yeah, e4, bishop h2, it just looks nasty. He's got one piece developed. It's move 13. I'm playing with the energy. d4. Okay, I think we'll go e5. Can't pass that up. And probably just knight here. Bishop f5. Gonna be quite aggressive here. Yeah, we're just gonna take that though. This looks quite good. So we don't want to allow queen g3. I think this is going to have to be the one moment where we just kind of spend a defensive-ish move. I mean, this is too detrimental to allow. At least it'll basically feel like opposite sides castling, you know? We can do this, but I don't really like it after knight there. Trying to entice this, because then of course the b file would be open, which I think would be nice. It's knight f4. It's like kind of a good move. It's a little bit weird. So he's forfeiting his castling rights, which is like a huge loss, but I do have to give up my bishop pair for that. e6 is coming, so I'm actually gonna go queen e2, and it looks like we're blundering upon with check, but I promise you after queen d4 that it's gonna be instant regret. So actually a tremendous move overall. e5, you gotta respect the energy of e5 because he's trying to get all his pieces out, right? It's absolutely correct. I still want to kind of like bait queen d4, so even at the risk of like potentially, yeah, so I don't know if this is smart, but literally I'm going here and I'm going here. I'm like pinning myself, but just to get this file open. Like I swear rook d1 is very hard to deal with. And knight d5, by the way, trapped his queen, so I don't know. Is there anything here? I guess the sad part after this is he can trade queens. I actually completely missed that. I was like, here, even if he trades, like I'll go bishop f5, but it's not true. He can trade queens. Man. There's no way to keep them. I mean, I may as well just go for it. Man. Now you can just walk right out of my pin. My beautiful pin. I worked so hard to... Oh, dude. How are you going to have the queens off the board and it right when you just have it in the palm of your hand, c6? Come on, man. I was pulling for the guy. King e7, knight f6. Like, white's a bit better, but not much. Now it's lost again. Boring loss. Damn. Yeah, probably rook d3, rook b3, and should be some wins there. You know, it looks weird to take this way, but a4 gets mated in 2. It just looked really likely he was going to play a4. GG. I did a little too much there, trying to open the d file. Bishop c5 is just a great move. I completely forgot he could play queen take c3. Yeah, e5 was great. Here, I just needed to play this, or this, or this, but I got too far ahead of myself. Rook d1 looked like GG. Got everything lined up, but bishop c5 and takes. Annoying. Damn. Damn. Yeah, this wasn't smart at all. The opening was a massive success. I enjoyed playing this g4 move. Looks a little suspicious here for him. Ooh, we're playing Ray. We're playing Ray. Okay, let's try e5 again. I'll just mix up the openings a bit. Been playing a lot of Sicilian. Okay, we got the Ruy Lopez. Always hard to attack in the Ruy Lopez. So I'm actually unironically going to play my opening, the Hambleton defense. Because straight up, the positions you get from this are actually very aggressive. I think it's good timing. C3. Yeah, makes sense, makes sense. Okay. Am I missing something? That's the whole point of Queen F6. You can't play D4. E2 is hanging. Man, no, it looks kind of silly, but takes b2. The reason why it takes b2 is a little suspicious is because of e5, I think. I have to take back with the bishop. Just want to make sure about that. Rook e1, knight e7. We should be okay there. He's gonna resign, but he's crazy to resign here. Crazy to resign. Do you guys want to try the position? There are a lot of moves that are playable here. Playable meaning you're gonna lose something, but like, yeah, you could keep the game going, but I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about he shouldn't have resigned because I think there's a move that's pretty reasonable. Still worse, but reasonable. What do you think it is? White to move. I've only got a queen currently developed. I'm up a lot of material, but I've only got a queen developed. Bishop d7, I take, you move the knight. I just developed castle. You know what I mean? I'm up a clean piece. Bishop d7 is not good enough. In fact, bishop d7 is worse than just losing the bishop. You know? Because you're developing my piece for me. Knight c3, I take. You're just down a piece. Yeah, very nice, Luca. Unfortunately, Choo Queen G4 just doesn't threaten anything. Yeah, Queen B3. And there's still a lot to play for here. The queen is trapped after this, and I'm not even sure that white is worse. Of course, if you ask me, what would I do here? I would take the queen. because I'm up 2 clean pawns. Like, this is easy. But still, you're only down a couple pawns here. Like, you're definitely still playing the game. Queen b3 is a very strong move. Much better than losing a piece. Yep, nice one, Luca. So you could keep fighting on from here. Black's still up, definitely, but it's the best you could do given the situation. Wonderflex. D4, let's go D5. He's going E3. So he's kind of playing London, but he forgot to put his bishop out, you know? I'm going aggressive. I'm taking the center. He's playing some very soft moves. B3 is slow, H3 is slow, C3 is slow, E3 is slow, blocking in the bishop. Doesn't feel like a very aggressive way to play. So I'm just gonna go here. Very modest move. He might go C4. Bishop here, long castle, H5, and like knight G4. If I go here, if I long castle, like I think he's kind of trying to go queen there and castle like that, which I'd love to discourage, but Bishop F5 is not really a good move here, like objectively. I almost want to do it just to force him to castle the way I want him to. I just find this much tougher to get an attack going. Unless I wait for him to castle and castle this way. So maybe we go here. Here and then like A5 and scare him into going this way and then castle this way. I don't know. Okay, goes goes C4. That's a move, all right. I'll castle. I'm gonna get the rook here as soon as possible. D4 is a must-do. You know, I'm trying to get this rook over. I haven't exactly figured out what's going on here. But I'm trying to activate ASAP. Tough to do, to be honest with you. Let's do this. This is a great speedrun for Brando. Thanks for the host there, buddy. It's an attacking speedrun. Perfect for the guy. Ooh, that move is gonna hurt. For him. Okay, he takes this way. Smarts, for sure. But now, truthfully, after this, you know, Now he can't castle. And so now he's in serious trouble, I think. Knight e4 bishop here is also gonna hit like a truck. Hello, Damien. Yeah, let's go for it. Knight here. Queen has to move. Bishop b4 is coming. And then also queen h2 in some lines. I think he's going to go here. We can additionally go bishop f4. He goes here. I think it's kind of like irrelevant. I'll just move the king. All the current threats still stand. Oh my god. Guess the move. Guess the move. Yeah, that wasn't too tough to spot. It's important to keep the king in the middle, though. Like, d4 is a move that believe me, I have not calculated everything with d4. It's just the intuition. I've almost got it. You know, if I just get one check in, that's gonna be all the time I need. Bishop e4, important move. Then take here. You see how it's all with tempo? He just does not have enough time. Okay, he played there, but let's say he played like a better move, like queen e3. He's still cooked here. Like, I've either this check or this move followed by rook here. I think he's in big, big trouble. Knight sack on f2. Here? Like, next move? I don't think so. Got a lot of stuff hanging there. But why sack when there's no need? I just bring all the pieces in. It looks like he's done for. But it's funny. I was going to play this move, and then he literally put it on the square I was going to move to anyway, whether the queen had been there or not. It's like, okay, fine. Take the queen as well. Jeez. Perhaps one more for 1400 here. Let's see if we can pull it out. e4. Okay, this is actually a great test. Now, I don't have anything special against this opening, you know? At the end of the day, I just think the Scandinavian's not great because what are you doing? Like, you're just moving the queen an extra time or two. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. e6. Oh man, this could be a world of hurt. Depends how he's gonna play, but knight b5. I guess he has bishop d6. I'll just move the queen and the long castle. There's no way he can long castle. It's way too tough to organize. So he's probably going to have to go here. But that's pretty much what we want. So let's get the knight in the middle. We obviously don't care about this pawn. This knight's great because, you know, if he ever takes it, we can, like, open up the rook. That's why it's nice to long castle. You get that rook into the middle immediately. I'd like to play g4, g5, but for now, we've got this hanging. The h-pawn will be a nice one to throw up. I kind of like moving the h-pawn as well because it also seems like a good way to lift the rook. Okay, he does take. Takes knight d5 is annoying. Like, it's not good for him, but it does trade a lot of pieces. Always frustrating. Bishop takes kind of has the same energy. I'll take like this. That's a little annoying. I just don't want to trade too much. I feel like he's going to perform worse. Yeah, like queen c8, not a great move. Yeah, let's get the rook up. Pushing the h-pawn as well looks quite nice. Okay, now he takes. Dude, you gotta get your priorities straight. God forbid he plays queen b7 and like he doubles my rooks for me. on the open file. Can't be playing that way. Notice how these are trained at the G7 pawn, so even rook takes G7 here is pretty close to winning. Yeah, not quite, but very close. I think we just take on D5 twice. The important piece here to keep is the knight. So I think we want to take and take with the knight. That threatens everything. But yeah, this is like, it's a dream. Knight takes almost looks playable, but nah. Nah. It'd be nice though. We would get a nice sacrificial finish there. But it would be immediately made just in a couple moves. It's almost tough to not play knight d5. Like, what the hell else do you do? Nothing looks good. Yeah, he does it. So, rook takes g7 is my next move. I can tell you guys that there are a couple really important patterns, checkmate patterns, that you need to know. Got to be familiar with. These are just like must-knows. So I see two big kind of patterns or like ways to do it. Do you guys see them? I see two very good checkmate patterns. Yeah, that's a good call, Lost Moose. So rook g7, rook g8 is a double check. He has to take back with the king. And all you do is slide the rook to g1. And notice how that king has nowhere to go. So the only thing you have to make sure is that he can't throw anything in between, but he can't without it just getting taken. So that is immediately made. Additionally, after king here, rook takes h7 is the double check, followed by queen h5 and queen h8, which is immediate checkmate. So that's another one. And then on top of all of that, even queen h5 is pretty unstoppable mate. He can go knight f6, but we just take it and queen h7 will be mate no matter what. So kind of like three patterns in there. Couple sacrifices, but also just bringing the queen in as well. Because if maybe there was a knight guarding the rook or pawn or something, then queen h5 is like nice to know. I'm not sure which one is the most satisfying to look at, but I'm always partial to the one that appears the most distant and takes the least amount of material. So but a lot of very, very good checkmating options there. So it really is just pick your poison. Good game, and exactly 1400. That's nice. I'll take it. Definitely the perfect like attacking game to hit another little notched milestone there. Very nice. Your attacking chess will improve if you follow this series and learn the basics first. I promise you. Subscribe to chessbrah on YouTube if you're not subscribed already, and click that bell to turn on post notifications so you never miss another upload.